Welcome to the biggest channel on YouTube. I'm Critical Latte. We're back in the area with the archive after gaining security clearance, after walking on the surface of the moon to another little base area, and then we walked back on that surface of the moon to get back to this area, and we didn't get scared at all in the previous episode, obviously. No, it was really scary for a moment there. Oh my god, I was like, oh my god, I was like, what? Anyway, I'll do a quick reboot of the archive, and then we got these things here. So we got prong 1 is misaligned and prong 2 is misaligned. Now the prongs require security level clearance level 3, and we have that now. So fantastic, right? So a lunar ultrasound must be performed. Align both prongs, then proceed to echography. Wasn't echocardiography, it was just echography in imaging. Okay, so we know where all of these things are. So that's all good. Okay. Come on. Yeah, there we go. So we're gonna do the prongs. And I guess we are performing a lunar ultrasound in echography. I don't know. Oh, that was actually. Oh, I think they used the Digos thing for the first time with an effect there. So I already powered this one on the way here. So we're gonna head in. This does not help me at all. Okay, proximity and clarity. %. I need to go up, 100%. The prong has been aligned. That was the most difficult thing I have done in my entire life. And I am just being a bit smart here, okay? Because you know what happens? You know what happens? That little shit of a monster is gonna come and mess with me again, and I'm going to have to realign the prongs. So I'm just saving in between, and now we're gonna do a little bit of a trick here because we are thinking ahead. We're gonna disable the door to the prong 1, okay? Because it will still be aligned. Open this. It always gets me here. Sometimes it's invisible. Sometimes it's just chilling. Now I'm gonna blast this way. Okay. Boom. I remember where things are. Okay. Imaging door is open. Prong 2. I don't remember where prong 2 is, but it's in this area. Lift servers and systems. Okay, this is all fine. We can power on echography somewhere else. I don't. Where was that? Was it in there? Huh. I don't remember. Oh yeah, where we power on door imaging 1 as well. I think we are able to do that. But let's see. Prong 2. Prong 2 aligned. We can wait a little bit, I think. Footsteps went away a little bit. Maybe just stop, but I'll take that as a win. Okay. Yeah, here we can power on echography. Excellent. I don't think we need imaging one. That's the path, okay. I'm assuming we have to get in there somehow. It just seems a bit important, you know?
Diverges from our expectations.
It diverges from your expectations? You really?
The moon. It requires us. And we require it.
There is here. The monster is here. Yeah, just see there? Yeah. He was just chilling. He was being invisible. And he's still there. Look at that. Look at that ass. Still there though. It's still here, I think. I think it's still here. Okay. Initializing subsurface imaging prongs, ensuring stable contact, contact pressure 5.2 kPa, signal clarity over 82%, scanning in progress, analyzing data, analyzing complete, output ready. Okay. What is this? Immediate intervention required. Proceed to the ripening and induction terminal at once. The ripening and induction terminal? But where is that? I don't know where that is. The ripening and induction terminal. That's imaging one. So imaging one, I think that's the fastest way back to the archive. Or well, I think we're going to the path, people. But let's just close this one. Power that down. Open the imaging one, just in case we need to go back. Pink. So that way, I assume. Let's have a look here first, though. Nothing. All right. What is this? No. This feels like it's been set up by the people for it to grow, you know? There's no like IDs or anything here. I feel like we've accounted for almost everyone as well. At least in this part of the lunar space station. Oi. Okay. I can do it. I can proceed.
Keep pushing forward.
Oh shit. Okay. The blue is very cool. I did mention that in the last episode. It works very well with the other colors. Ripening and induction. Inject amniotic brine. Well. Yes. And yes. Yes. Ripening and induction. Let's go. Ripen me. Sit down. Under the chair. I guess. The stool. I feel I will become a stool. In the multiple senses of the word. Totally fine. Everything is fine. Earthquake, stay on there. Do you feel ripened and induced, good sir? Certainly. And okay. Do I have to go back to ecography? The ecography chamber now? Hello, friends. Too many things happening now, I feel like. I'm just going to... Things are gonna collapse. Am I supposed to be at peace now, or something? No power. Oh, did I turn that off? Okay. Archive inactive. Everything else is fine. But we cannot do anything. Do I go back to where I came from? The past. Just wants to watch the video of his partner. He wasn't trying to kill me, of course. It was just sad. This monster really gets me though. Shit. Like the robots was scary, but this one, yeah. Ugh. Every time. Oh. Does it understand? It gets to replay the video, maybe. Yeah. Do I go away? Or do I just watch? Or do I just watch? It's so big though. Let's do one more time. Let's watch the video one more time. See if it does something else, basically. I like how we sort of got this in the logs as well. It was all about the monster being sad. And then we had to got the memory. Because it pulled us down from the ladders earlier as well. In a different episode. In a different chapter. And it did get us. But didn't kill us then either. We're connected through the memory. Gonna keep walking backwards, just in case it turns around. Ah, towards the blue. Ah, yes. The only sensible way. I got the cough. Yes, the cough is fine to have. Still early, if I'm just coughing. Still early in the progression. The canal, we have to enter the canal. Initiate airlock sequence. Level 3 required. Alright, seriously out of battery? Yes. Back to... Oh, but it's underground moon surface. Wow. They did set up some lights here at some point. Because we're going down here. No, we're going up first. We're not going up first, apparently. The invisible walls.
You've come so far. One final step.
Okay. Eight, 4, 4, 0. I feel like I'm noting down the numbers for everything. Destroying it. Destroying it. Am I just floating in peace now? Somewhere? Whoa. I think we're going a bit crazy. Unless this is what is actually in the canal, in the area we went down. But this looks like some version of the core as well. Hello? Saying that we are the monster? One of us is the monster?
Together.
Yeah.
We begin anew.
Like the founder was saying, right? Together we begin anew. Or at least the lead physicist,
Through
right?
me, you endure.
We are all family.
Through you, I endure.
It's our routine, you know, enduring through each other. And this flower as well that we saw across the station. $1999, so this would be at least 20 years later. Oh, 2025, okay. Internal distribution only. Report date December 5th, 2025. Subject Prism, lunar contaminant, and recovery program, Canal Expedition. Summary, 2025, August 3rd. The objective was to recover data associated with the original Prism Canal Expedition in 1979. Background: the Prism Lunar Expedition geological contractions within the site known as the Canal operations continued until 1979. In 1999, a Union Plaza Resort employee, John Cooper, reported the discovery of a Union Plaza operational irregularities. Software engineer went to correct the automated security network, entered the ward. Contraction events align with patterns from the original Prism Canal expedition. Escalating intensity. Objectives. Primary objective, recover all Prism data and related to the canal, retrieve our irregular value. Secondary objectives, indeterminate origin or unauthorized function. The mission report, the LCRP lunar touchdown at the 2027, approximately 800 meters from the ward's airlock. Upon entry of the ward, the crew reported a dense concentration of particulate matter described as or pollen. As Arbrun. Just past 10, substantial interference, close to 12, complete telemetry loss. The final transmission contained one image. Well, yeah, that's expanded quite a lot, but with flowers, so you know, peaceful. Some things are definitely blurred out. Okay, Chapter 01, Rebirth. Right then. Oh yeah. We did it, idiot. We made it through, I guess. Doesn't seem like there's anything else. Don't get that vibe of this, but of these credits. But that's a very, very small team. I think, no? Because that was the extended one. No wonder it took a while to create. Oh. Oh, special thanks as well. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I guess, like, initial thoughts on the game, you know. Chapter 1 I thought was a bit of a rough start, honestly. I was like, okay, trying to figure out how things work, getting used to the CAT. CAT was very annoying to work with for a while until I got used to it, but then it went smoother. I got used to what I was supposed to do. I knew already that the game wouldn't give me a lot of help. So once I sort of like got into the rhythm, I think everything started going a lot faster as well. And having the notebook really helped in terms of passcodes. I would not have been remembering them as I needed all of them at the different moments, especially when you are trying to avoid those bloody monsters, or that bloody monster, the one monster, and the robots earlier in the game. So definitely recommend a notebook, but very fun. Japanese localization as well, interesting. So the overall narrative of this game, I don't know what to think. I felt like the mystery was really getting built. I was learning things. I started learning more and more. I don't know if that contributed to how much I got scared, because even after I found out that the monster might just be sad, or someone said that the monster was just sad, then I was like still really scared of the monster, because I didn't know what he wanted with me, you know. So I think that was probably a key thing. Probably something could have been fleshed out more, and you know, all of that things, but I think that was more than enough. And I did enjoy it thoroughly. Also with gameplay, obviously it's a horror game, so getting scared is important. So this also comes back to like chapter 1 as well. Chapter 1 wasn't very scary. It was just like, okay, there's nothing here. And then you start with the robots, and then they are very scary, I think. Especially if you don't try to shoot them. I learned that I did check the achievements of this game, and there's actually an achievement to shoot the robots, which annoyed me a little bit because I tried to follow the instruction of not shooting them with a CRT, and I would have had 100% completion, I think, if not for that. So you know, but that's fine. I don't think they die if you shoot them either, so it would have been basically useless. At least the way I played, I was just running away like I did every time. And then it was like, oh, okay, calm down again. Things would chill, and then the monster appears, and then it gets scary again. It's very scary again. At least in the last couple episodes now, things were really So overall, I think it kept me on my toes most of the time. It's good, in a good way, obviously. And yeah, solid like 8 out of 10 game for people that like these types of games. And I think for the average person it would be like a 7. And some people will absolutely not like it as well, you know. But that's what makes the game good, I think, because I like games that makes you think, you know, doesn't treat you like you're an idiot as well. And I will feel like one at times when playing these sort of things, you know, trying to figure stuff out, but I feel like I did. I'm very happy with it, so I felt good about those parts. So can't complain about that. And yeah, totally would recommend it to people that have that feeling. Because for example, last year I played Atomfall, and Atomfall had like this thing as well where you don't get markers, you just have to figure things out. You get more notes than you get here, but still you sort of have to remember it a little bit, because those notes are not 100%, are not super in-depth. They're very brief. Similarly, one game that I'm going back to that I also started last year, quite a bit way through it, it's called yesyesyes, and I was also doing the same thing, but it's all like different. That's also more like semi-horror, like there's like creatures out of horror, but it's not like super scary, I think, at least. But it has that part, and it's like you have to remember, okay, this person in this area needs this and might find this useful, and you feel really smart that way. So I think seeing more games having that incorporated now feels very good to me. Makes me very happy. And yeah, if you have any games that you would like me to play, let me know. Recommendations. Actually, in terms of horror, what I have been thinking about is, because I've been trying to play more horror games as well, also in the last year or so. I haven't played a lot of horror games, and I do actually like them, but it's like sort of have to force yourself to get through them because they are scary. You know, it's like, okay, you're not always in the mood for it, but this way I get to play more horror. So probably my biggest, like, I guess, what's it called? Failures, shames, is that I haven't played Amnesia, for example. I haven't played Outlast. I haven't played these games, but they are older as well. I want to play newer games, but also want to play a bit of old, you know, like depending, to help the channel grow a little bit. So also I have played a limited amount of Resident Evil. So for example, one thing that I wanted to do is to like play through Resident Evil games on that end, but they are also bigger games. But I also like horror indies, you know. I want to try to play games that not necessarily everyone plays, like this one. So just some initial reflections there. What do you think? What would you like to see on the channel? I'll probably do a bit more of games that have more exposure. Like I did play games like Silk Song, still an indie, I guess, depending on your definition of indie. Just a bit too long to actually keep doing those kinds of games. But like the Resident Evil games are as many, but they are shorter. So it's like, okay, very cool. We have many things to play, but there's different experiences in each one. Not like I'm going to be able to finish them before Requiem. Probably not sure if I'm even starting before Requiem, because I have some other things that I want to play. But yeah. Anyway, that's in terms of games. The game, what I want to do in terms of horror. Also, if you have other any games that you would like to see on the channel, let me know. Also, in general, just let me know your anticipated games. And then lastly, just about the channel. Well, the channel is about charity, as you would probably guess by the name channel. But yeah, the aim is to raise money for mental health and equity initiatives, which means that any money raised to the channel is supposed to go through that. Once eventually get monetized, we obviously need subscribers. The goal would be to start a non-profit and make it associated with the channel. Once that is done, and then we will be able to channel it through that. Like for example, the revenue of videos and also memberships would go through that, right? Everything would go towards the cause. In terms of initiatives, would very much like it to be a community effort. So I would come up with a few different things that we can try to do, and then what then can happen is that there can be a vote, and then we can start setting it up, and that would be very fun. And for example, it could be running the initiative through us, or well, currently just me, but the channel, and then or it could be donated. Everything could just be donated to another charity, and they could run the initiative because they have the structure there, and probably that's easier in the beginning because then obviously things need to get set up properly. But yeah, just general thoughts to provide you there, and hopefully you subscribe, you like, you comment, say you enjoy, all of those things. Recommendations again. Yeah, I think that's it. Not to be done with this game, very scary at times, but yeah, okay, bye.